Good day, ladies and gentlemen. It's Daniel Umstead, host of the RNG Radio Show. Listen, man, part two, y'all. Part two. I got another, of course, amazing guest on the RNG Radio Show. But you know what I got to do? Actually, I should be updating y'all on his bio. So, without further ado, my guest, best-selling book, A Child Born with Sickle Cell, a multifaceted novel. In addition, why successful people become successful and why others don't, can be found on Amazon. And really, the purpose of this book is just to transform the work of his clients across disciplines, reaching, empowering, and leading them to create fulfilling lives. And then last but not least, Shy Life, Urban Intelligence, which is just a storytelling and levels of expression. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Mr. Lamour Bluitt, self-published author and multi-business entrepreneur, which you can find him on Amazon. King Lamour, thank you so much coming back on the show, brother. It's been a minute. I'm just really excited, man. How you been? How's life treating you, man?
Yes, indeed, man. I'm so grateful. You know, I'm always grateful to be a part of the show. You know, to stay a part of the community, man. You know, and yeah, it's been good. You know, it's been great. You know, been having, you know, a little bit obstacles. You know, but that's a part of success and working your way up. You know, it's gonna be, you know, times where you got to kind of, you know, rethink and rewire your brain and you know, take certain steps to keep, you know, being forward. But yeah, but other than that, man, you know, I keep God close, you know, and yeah, that's about it, man. Taking it one step at a time.
I hear that, man. Listen, we ain't even get to the interview questions, already dropping them gems on them. Already dropped the gems on. I appreciate that. So the last time that we actually conversated was about Shy Life, Urban Intelligence. Now, two books. And also you had we had talked about a sickle cell blood drive awareness going on in the month of September. Let's start with that. Talk to me about the sickle cell blood drive, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You know, just, you know, working with those within that community, you know, that's suffering from certain illnesses, you know, different diseases, right? So those that you know, that most have sickle cell, some have lupus, you know, other things like that, cancer, you know, so we're able to actually come together, you know, as a whole, you know, a whole unity and just spread that awareness, you know, pretty much these individuals, you know, are some very, you know, high value individuals. You know, they run the African American Museum, you know, and things like that within the community, you know, in the local area. Yeah, just giving back, you know, just spreading that message, you know, on, you know, positivity and different awarenesses.
Beautiful, beautiful. And for those that don't know, can you just briefly go over as far as what is sickle cell?
Pretty much a sickle cell, you know, is it's a disease, you know, it's an illness that causes, you know, two sickle cell shapes to pretty much just, you know, like the blood won't be able to flow pretty much, you know, within that being said, for those that do suffer from this, with this disease.
Okay. All right, awesome. And then the A Child Born with Sickle Cell, which is your new book. Can you talk about that and why you are promoting that as well?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, so I take this back to my sisters. You know, I have two sisters that have sickle cell, you know, and they've been suffering from that, you know, disease for quite a while, you know, a long time. You know, they're still able to, you know, keep going, you know, get things done with their daily lives. You know, it composes a group of disorders, you know, where red blood cells, you know, assume a sickle shape, right? Leading to an early cell death and a shortage of healthy red blood cells. You know, so I'm taking this back, you know, where a child, you know, when they was young again, you know, you can be about 4 or 5 years old, you know, for it to actually, you know, reach you within that age range. You know, knowing that you have that sickle cell. But yeah, it's about a girl named Kim. You know, Kim, you know, her dream, you know, and passion has always been a singer, you know, so she wanted to get involved with singing, you know, and become famous someday, traveling the world, meeting, you know, celebrities and other cool artists. You know, that's always been her dream. You know, so however, she knows she has the illness, things like that. Her family supports her, her friends supports her. Yeah, she just continued to keep going. She got a goal and, aspirations where she want to, achieve things, right? And but not letting her, sickle cell disease anemia kind of stop her.
Beautiful, man. I appreciate that. And there's so many people who feel because they have something such as sickle cell will stop in their tracks because they feel that they can't get past it. So I appreciate you putting this book out there, to keep that hope and inspiration alive for others. Now you got some book club signing going on out at the African American Museum. Is that correct? Is that
Yeah,
event coming up soon or?
yeah, yeah, yes, sir. So yeah, that's all the sickle cell awareness, blood drive. That's coming up actually September, sometimes in the beginning of September, where it'd be a book signing. It's going to be other authors there, writers, um, teachers, things like that. It's just going to pretty much be available, within that, just supporting one another. Um, I'll be able to offer an incentive, whoever buy it, a certain, whoever I sign a certain amount of copies, may get one book free, things like that. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a great time. But it's gonna be, I feel like it's gonna be a moment where it's almost like doctors get together, you know, because this particular book, I'm spreading a certain message, and awareness out there, that this still exists, and a lot of people, suffer from this. So, it's going to be a lot of support going on, for those that have other illnesses, things like that that kind of, can pertain to blood cells or that type of illness.
Okay. All right, cool. Now, Iowa, because I'm looking at the map right in front of me right now, it's a little bit to the left of Ohio. Is there a specific area out in Iowa that you're going to be having the book signings at?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So it's going to be available in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, right? So Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Um, if those that's coming in from Illinois or, different cities, you will be able to actually get there, possibly, faster, if you, do think about that you want to come out, and just kind of see what's going on and meet people, network. Um, yeah, it's going to be in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, about 35-minute drive from Iowa City, near the campus of the University of Iowa itself. So yeah, it's a great city to be at. Yeah, it's a museum. So I'm sure it's going to be a lot of other things there, as far as showcase. So yeah, it's going to be fun.
Great. Awesome, man. Awesome. And then as far as, because the last time that you were on, you had the one book. Now we're at three. The year's 2024. What's 2028 looking like for you, man? What do you envision for yourself?
Well, man, that's a great question too, Mr. Daniel. I always thank you for, you know, um, encouraging me, things like that also. So yeah, in 2028, I do see myself, publishing more books, and, you know, um, I do want to, start my own book club, and, have a shop, in different cities where, those can come together and just, read, or, kind of just write, and just get it, express themselves. It's going to be opened up to, students, and, those that want to be a part of this, as well. And yeah, I've been looking into some real estate, also. So that's my goal as well, on top of, my writing and everything. I'm in college, I'm finishing up business school. On top of that, I'm involved in the real estate market. So, I'm got my hands involved in some, some things, but definitely, in 2028, I see myself, you know, continuing to, make a difference, and, achieve within that, my my endeavors and everything. So, I'm looking forward to that.
Okay. Continue to inspire, man, and stay motivated. One last question before I let you go here. For the writers, And I think I'd asked you this last time, but there's been such a great wealth of gap from you growing and maturing and just getting better and better over time. Just looking back, for those that do have that writer's block who are still stuck on that first page of that first book, what advice can you give to somebody who, so they can get past that writer's block, so they can get to that third book and even more?
Yeah, man, yeah, that's a great question. That's a great point that you stated there. Because I remember, going through writer's block, phase, and um, yeah, that does also come with, you know, depending on if you're not a full-time writer, or if you just that type of person that, do other things and, you have your hands involved with many other things, just kind of narrow down the time and the deadline, because everything should have a deadline, right? This is something that can kind of, push us writers to kind of, take that, step over writer's block, right? Because everything takes energy. So, you want to just ask yourself, like, okay, should I just, do a little bit more research about this story, right? To kind of add to it, is there a certain character that makes you, just kind of feel great about, putting a story together, right? Because once you got that character, you're able to kind of, just be mode, just kind of get in that creative mode, where you having this character development going on. You actually, you want the character to have a certain, specific role. So the characters make everything exciting. Um, but yeah, but you definitely want to just kind of take it one step at a time. Write 30 minutes a day. Almost like journaling. Writing your planner, right? Writing your calendar, or just write some down. Plan to do list. You know, if you don't have the plan to do list, calendar book, just kind of, you know, make your own, notebook paper and just keep writing. Those are other things that kind of help, as a writer itself. It's just always writing a lot. Yeah, we have these technology and things on hand, but if you want to physically get out of that mode, it's almost like going to the gym and physically picking up that weight, actually running on that treadmill or that um, track, things like that, within the physical. But if you want to do it online, if you're the type to kind of just type everything on your phone, or you get on your tablet or computer and you write out your plan to do list or things like that. You should be able to apply that also, to your everyday writing. Far as going back to writing that story of where you began writing in the first place. That's to kind of get over those writer's blocks. Is to just keep that pen in your hand, or to just write something. It can be anything. Can we, most writers, they just write a lot of emails, for no apparent reason. They just do random emailing. They kind of like doing that, or some people like to text a lot. So it's a lot of writing going on. Than and most know. But yeah, those things help with writer's block. And it's just kind of, yeah, just have a routine base. So okay, I'm gonna wake up, or I'm gonna just ease this in my schedule for 30 minutes, and just write to this story, and that's it. You can go by your day, don't overthink it. You wrote something. I don't care if it's 5 sentences, 10 sentences, one paragraph, two paragraphs. You took the initiative to write.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful. And if folks wasn't listening, I want to make sure that they understand the three things that I picked up. One, the character development, envisioning yourself in a story, and falling in love with the character. The two is the
Mm-hmm.
deadline. I think a lot of folks, when they do have their writer's block, they're not putting a deadline on it. They say to themselves, like, oh, I need to get my book out. But it's like, well, when do you want to get your book out? Do you want to get your book out by the end of this year? Do you want to get your book out by 2026, 2028? When do you want to have that?
Mm-hmm.
And then, the final thing, which I love, and I'm just even taking it even from my own, is write anything and anywhere. To your point, we got so many devices out here. There's still nothing wrong with just picking up a pen and pad and just writing. or practice emailing somebody, act like you're emailing the president, act like you want to email Trump, whomever, but it's just to get back into that practice and exercise. So that way, when you do have that 30 minutes set for writing, it's right then and there. So thank you. Thank you so much for that. Before I let you go, King, is there anything else that you want to share for folks today?
Just man, stay in tune, right? Stay in tune with myself, stay in tune with Mr. Daniel Umstead. For many influencers out there, I state that you guys should follow him on social media also. Get interviewed and things like that on whatever it is that you have going on, and just keep branding yourself, right? Just keep branding yourself, keep writing, for all my writers out there that love to write, that write music, poetry, songs, whatever the case may be, right? Just keep writing, because that's something that what you're doing is creating a way to allow you to continue to write with no problems. You should never have writer's block again. As long as you just continue to be like, okay, I have to write this down, or, I woke up, write an affirmation, I am God, I am blessed, right? I am successful, right? So just kind of, write affirmations to yourself. Most importantly, man, follow me on Facebook, Lamour Bluitt, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, right? Let's stay tuned in. If you guys want to work with Mr. Daniel as well, contact him, contact myself, man, and let's just keep going all in. I just stay close to it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Appreciate that, King, and thank you again so much. Definitely looking forward to having you come back on the show for part 3, man.
Yes, indeed. Y'all, thank you too. Y'all, thank you. All right.
Thank you for tuning in to the RNG Radio Show. Be sure to like and subscribe for more episodes and future content. If you'd like to learn more, visit us at danielumstead.com. Stay blessed, my fellow millionaires.